was young, being hard of hearing and deaf, I realized that I lacked a lot of self-confidence. My friends were hearing people and mainstreamed, and I yearned to be like that. But I always realized that I felt that I was never quite as good as they were, because I didn't have the hearing ability that they did.
It was hard for him growing up because people weren't familiar with hearing aids back then in the 50s, 60s. Kids made fun of him. He didn't have the confidence.
And that was a real obstacle for me to overcome in my career. When I first started working at EULA in 1977, EULA Corporation was mostly involved with HVAC-type heat exchangers, which are used to heat and cool air conditioning for large buildings. And at that point, New York City was really growing, and buildings were growing up all the time, and a lot of our equipment is in those buildings. But through the years, my brother and I started investigating. There's a need for sanitary heat exchangers. Made some prototypes, and it was what the industry was looking for. So for the past 25 years, we've been selling heat exchangers for the pharmaceutical and biotech firms, and it's become a niche market.
Well, Fred is the heart and soul of our company. He's very dedicated and very hardworking. In fact, when the stress is highest and when we're under the most pressure, Fred just rolls up his sleeves and he gets to work.
We're very proud of that achievement. It's helped the company survive all these years being diversified as it is. Early on at EULA Corporation, my father was the president of the company at that point. There was a man that worked for the company. His name was Danny. He was my father's right-hand man. If you ever had a question, you go ask Danny and he would have the answer for you or point you in the right direction. He worked here for 20 years, and Danny left and went on to a new career. And I looked behind me and there was no one there to help me. So I had to do it all myself. I had to realize that if I wanted to succeed at this business, I had to learn everything that I needed to know. Despite my hearing difficulties, I still was able to be totally involved with everything that was going on, that was passing across Larry's desk as well as mine. And that gave me an insight into what was going on. As far as how I learned to do other things, I cracked the books. When you were in manufacturing for pressure vessels, like we manufacture here at EULA Corporation, we make heat exchangers. There's an AS&E code, which is like the Bible of manufacturing, and the codes you have to follow. And there was no one there to interpret it for me anymore. I had to learn it myself. So it's literally taking home books, reading them, studying them, asking other mentors that I knew in business questions. You just have to keep learning, keep putting one foot in front of the other, and do the best you can. And yeah, you make mistakes as time goes on, but you learn from them, you get up, you brush yourself off, and you keep walking forward. And that was a very big turning point in my career. One of my best experiences at EULA Corporation was when my two sons and nephew decided to come on board and continue the legacy that we've started with my dad.
We sat them down and asked, hey, would you be interested in working with us at EULA? And I was thinking like maybe one would say yes or two. Well, much to our surprise, all three of them said, yeah, we'll quit our jobs, we'll come work for you. Fred and I couldn't believe it.
We were all working other jobs, and the opportunity came along where our fathers, Fred and Larry, came to us with the opportunity to start working here, and we all jumped on it.
Since our fathers did work together, it's always been kind of more of a very close relationship growing up. To call us cousins is kind of an injustice, where both of our families have been a lot closer than that. And so it's actually been a very fun experience working together, because we all have each other's backs, we all trust each other, we're all working towards the same goals of being successful.
The goal is really to grow the company so that the three of us can live a life similar to what our fathers had, and hopefully we can grow the business so that our own sons and daughters will be able to one day join us as well.
You don't know when you come into the business by watching your children come in. And if I take that and look at myself 35 years ago, I was dumb. I had no idea what to expect.
He's brilliant, and he's a great partner, and he's helped build this company. I couldn't have done it without him.
It's been a very satisfying experience having your children work side by side with you, and watching them become successful now. It's really a wonderful experience for me. I grew up going to public schools. I was mainstreamed. I was very lucky, despite the fact that I had a fairly severe hearing problem. I was able to overcome that and having friends and public schools, and I even did quite well. I got accepted at all the colleges I applied, but I went to RIT because of the NTID program, figuring that, it can only help. So I went up to Rochester for the summer program, and all of a sudden everyone started signing to me. I had never met a deaf person before, and it was quite a culture shock for me. I realized, wow, this isn't me. But then again, it really is me, because I am deaf. I was able to relate to them, and it was a time that I really, really grew up. I became a man that day. The advice I would give to someone that a deaf graduate that might be going into a different field is what I've been saying earlier, is to work hard, try to keep your mind as open as possible to learn whatever you can about the business that you're going to go into. Don't just settle for what they're giving you on your desk as your task. Try to take those tasks and do more. Complete them well and ask questions, and just try to expand your job as much as you can so that you're not pigeonholed into being just an engineer or just a business person, because there's so much more out there that you can learn, and you can help the company by making yourself more valuable to them.
In the 18 years that I've been working here at EULA, I've seen Fred go through a lot of changes in his life due to his hearing loss. He overcame the fear of not being able to answer phones, which we actually used to do for him at times. He became more confident as he learned about these cochlear implants. It changed his life around towards the better, and what I've noticed here in the 18 years, it's just been admirable. He's been like a hero to me.
Having attended NTID and RIT, getting my engineering degree, better prepared me for my career at EULA by giving me the confidence that I needed to move forward. Ability to know that I'm not different from anyone. Graduating with an engineering degree was really special. Like that level of success, and gives you a lot of confidence to move forward and start your career. You can follow the path that you want to follow because there are really no limits.